under Amrut, we are developing 4,500 MLD capacity. 900 MLD is already developed, and 4,500 rest of the thing is under development. And we have given 46 lakh sewer connections by now. And I think another innovation is this fecal septage and sludge management. Now always there is a debate as to whether this is okay, but this could be a stopgap. We need to come into a complete 360-degree treatment of both grey and black water. So there is always this thing, how do we? But I think the most important thing is Amrut is a sort of Kickstarter where we started building capacities. We all knew max में 100 लाना important है, but 100 लाने के लिए पहले से addition, multiplication, subtraction तो सीखना चाहिए. That we have done in Amrut very well. All the cities have developed capabilities. There has been expansion of capacities for them to execute projects. From JNURM, which was executed in 63 cities very well, matlab one or the other infrastructure projects. Under Amrut, you have 450, 60 odd cities which are doing so well. In the sense, at least they've taken up a project, they've planned it, they've understood the gap, they're implementing it, and they're trying to cover the gap. See, the success could be 80 to 85% of what the efforts are. However, at least the outcomes are very, very clear now that it has eased out a lot of problems. Imagine for a moment that in a COVID situation, without Amrut, without that 45 lakh sewer connection, out of which I'm sure 9 lakh is under informal settlements by any rough estimate. See, if you have 9 lakh to 10 lakh slum households without sewer connections, you can imagine what would have been the situation under COVID. You have got water connections to 81 lakh households. 81 lakh households covering almost 4 crore population. Under COVID, without that infrastructure, what would it have been? It would have been a nightmare. So I think the first focus mission on water has built capacities, given outcomes. This is the first time government is looking at outcomes, not just money spending, but how many connections did you give? And we just don't ask, we go and check. So we have testimonials from the beneficiaries. So even which the people are saying, the women are saying from low economic households that हम हमारे घर के आगे से गुजर नहीं सकते थे. अब बच्चे स्कूल आराम से जा सकते हैं. Now these are the outcomes. There will be some imperfections, there will be some inefficiencies, but I think this mission has put the right priority on the right thing at the right time, and this has helped us reach where we have reached. And it is easy to say a lot more has to be done, yes, but we have started well. And today, when I am looking at another mission to be launched in continuity with Amrut, here the narration will change from water supply infrastructure to circular economy of water, which is going to be the most focused upon, because circular economy of water is very important for two things. One, water conservation both ways. That is, wastewater getting retreated and reused. Therefore, you reduce the this thing and help in demand management and help in supply management. At the same time, it will not go and pollute the rivers. So I think customized approach is what is going to be looked at in Jal Jeevan Mission. It's not going to be one. It will be a city water balance plan, but it will be as per the area wise. If it is a slum, the way sewer will be taken and collected and treated will be different from if it is a proper colony vis-a-vis a higher household, and there will be equal stake for water. What I mean here is not everybody will get 130 LPCD. If they don't want 130 LPCD, they will be given water credits. Even that concept is being thought about. How do we credit the conservers vis-a-vis, like a carbon credit? Can we think of water credit? That is another thing which we should simultaneously think of. And the third thing we are looking at in sewer is how do we actually tie up with the customers? See, the problem is not putting up STP. That is a capital intensive thing. We give money, states put in their money, but the operation and maintenance is the biggest challenge. It is biggest challenge in terms of maintaining microbes, two inefficiencies which are malified sometimes. So to attend to both the spectrums where there are inefficiencies and there are some irregularities. CPCB has issued a guideline just last week. All the STPs have to be connected online to the central CPCB monitoring board. And that was done in consultation with us. I know even after that, there will be a bypass. Right. We all have worked in the field. So that is where tying up with the treated water to a consumer helps. So that has to be the ultimate thing, that you are tying up every bit of water and accounting for every bit of water. So the consumer will immediately complain, "मैं ये पानी नहीं लूँ, खराब है." So that will how we want to manage the quality aspects. Yeah.
Ms. Tara, just one question related to the O&M. What sort of metric do you have in terms of is that availability or is that capacity utilization? What is the metric you have for O&M?
No. In O&M, the problem is, one is O&M is how much is the input. Okay. Right. For example, O&M depends on how much user charges you will get. But unfortunately, in water value chain, water supply is very important for citizens. The moment the water gets out of their house, okay, unless it creates a health hazard, it is not their botherance. So for water supply, you can always have very good awareness from the citizens and participation from the citizens. Whereas water, sewer maintenance, sewers treatment and operation and maintenance, it is more a community problem downstream of the cities than for the citizens themselves in the cities. So right. The activism of rural areas come into the cities for preventing this dirty water flowing into their villages. Right. So right. Now here I'm saying the matrix will be how much quantity of water are you treating vis-a-vis how much you are using. Right. Okay. And number two, once you do a water balance plan, you know exactly how much water is being consumed, how much is being right. treated. See, right. If you are treating 80, 100, they get 80, it is okay. You getting 80 out of it. But if right. you are supplying 100, today there are no meters, bulk meters also. So right. In this second version of the Amrut mission, which will be called Jal Jeevan Mission Urban, we are looking at how do you create, accountability through metering. Metering at home is for user charges. But what we are saying is you do water cluster metering, distribution level metering. Simple. So you know where the water is going and how much will come out of it. If it goes in, it has to come out. Nobody consumes all. So when it comes out, how much you are treating? Where are you collecting? Today, no, we do have awareness. In Amrut, it has got us to some levels of good awareness. But I think, still a lot of metrics in terms of, cluster-wise, how much water goes in, how much water comes out, where is it getting treated or where is it getting collected? If it is a soak pit in the house, what is the arrangement to see that it doesn't percolate? Today, Kerala has a major problem of, soak pits contaminating the groundwater. They don't have the concept of sewers, and therefore putting up a STP in Kerala is a bigger challenge than anybody can think. So I think if we are able to use the, instead of calling it a sewer, if we call it used water, and then create a market for it. Water market is the next thing. See, water market has to be created for used water, not for fresh water. The moment you create fresh water market, then, you need to have super regulators in place to see that it is not siphoned off from disadvantage to the advantage. So
Ms. Tara, what is the longer term or medium term objective we can have with respect to treatment of sewage? Today we are just doing
I think this debate of whether we should have centralized, decentralized, first that should be settled.
Okay.
And unless there is a technology which gives us assured returns, okay, right. which can percolate, it should be like, getting a grinder or a mixer and plugging in and, grinding. If you are able to get a gadget which is energy efficient, at the same time will treat your water in a community or in a cluster or at an individual household, we should look at that sustainability so that lot of water gets reused within the house. But that is the ultimate dream. But presently our dream is how do you create markets for treated water so that there is, through a policy. Like, for example, construction should not use fresh water. Get down heavily on constructions which use fresh water and ask them to get the treated water and find out where you will treat and the municipal treatments are available. There you can first start with that. So immediate vision is to see that treated water is consumed by somebody. Right. It is the biggest challenge today. Right. That's why treatments don't happen properly.
All right. But can we one day hope for 80, 90, 100% of sewage water being treated?
Yes, we should. I think it has to be. It has to be. But, it depends from city to city what you want to treat. Because, see, if you have a soak pit and, there is a black water which has to be removed. The sludge has to be removed and treated. There the water is, the grey water goes separate. And many of us has lived in such situations, our generations. And slums, they have a different issue. So I somehow think that we need to have different solutions for different this thing instead of having one size fits all, which is a very generic kind of bhashan I'm giving. But I would only say, can we create micro entrepreneurs to collect water in the slum and treat it there and use it for non-potable purposes? And water as a commodity has to be marketed. But let us start with used water.
Okay.
To fresh water and used water put together so the revenues get matched.
Okay. How would, from your perspective, how does PPP look in terms of experience so far in the sector?
See, PPP will work if you are able to pay. The credentials is payment, money. And another, money and risk. Risk sharing. Now, risk sharing in Indian context, many a times as policymakers, we fail in risk sharing. Okay. That is one reason why PPPs don't work very well, because we always treat you versus me. So if we are able to align our thinking, and if, for example, a certain amount of water is given to a private entrepreneur and said, look, if you want, and he is wanting to distribute it with certain service level benchmarks to an area, and then the water is collected and treated, and he is going to account for it. There is a social benefit he is getting. Okay, he may, and we should be recognizing that social benefit he is creating for the community. That has to be accounted for when you're talking about payments. So I think it is important, one, bring in a policy this thing, two, bring in, you have to create a massive awareness, like, you keep. So one of the things which we are going to look at is, ask RWAs to compete, ask communities to compete. That's where I said water credits. The moment if you are able to monetize water by saving at the public level, then it will create a different revolution.
Okay. Is something like private sector taking over existing sewage plants which are not working well possible?
We are going to bring in that possibility. I think everybody is willing to take up that possibility. But I'm sure we are bringing in, you to suggest that the mission, that get the private sector involved, but in a limited manner, to the extent that, you suddenly don't have everything out of hand. Okay, there have been failures all across the globe, and there have been success stories. So it depends on the person, the governance model, the openness of the system, so many things. So I would rather say we should take it up in a careful, calibrated manner, so that there is some accountability. And at the same time, there is this whole private energy which is getting, included in today. The private sector is more in only implementing, because STP banana capital intensive, usko O&M karna, but then O&M में microbes को इस level पे maintain करना, उसको treat करना, and many a times it is just domestic sewage, no? Your treatment for the way you treat also nowadays, there's so many different ways of treating. So we can bring in private capability if they are able to comprehensively provide a plan for